Good afternoon, and welcome to DripsMedia. It's Monday, October 27th, 2025. Our top story tonight: President Donald Trump has officially put an end to speculation about a potential 2028 vice presidential run. He dismissed the idea, which was floated as a way to circumvent presidential term limits, as too cute, and has firmly ruled it out. This decision comes as the 22nd Amendment to the U.S. Constitution limits any individual to 2 terms as president. While some of his supporters had suggested a scenario where he could run as vice president and then be elevated to the presidency if the elected president resigned, Trump himself has now closed the door on that possibility. The Trump administration is facing sharp criticism and accusations of an attack on free speech following the detention of a British journalist. Sami Hamdi, who has been critical of Israel's actions in Gaza, was detained by federal immigration authorities at San Francisco International Airport during a speaking tour in the U.S. The Council on American Islamic Relations has condemned the detention as a blatant affront to free speech and suggested it is in retaliation for his reporting. A Department of Homeland Security official confirmed that Hamdi's visa has been revoked, and he is currently in ICE custody pending removal for allegedly undermining American national security. In the Middle East, amid a fragile ceasefire, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has asserted that his country will be the ultimate arbiter of which international forces are permitted in Gaza. Speaking during a recent cabinet session, Netanyahu emphasized that Israel maintains full control over its security and will make the final decision on the composition of any international mission. He also noted that this position is acceptable to the United States, as confirmed by its senior representatives. The Prime Minister's remarks come in the context of a peace plan proposed by U.S. President Donald Trump, which includes the deployment of an international mission to Gaza to help secure the ceasefire. Hamas has broadened its search for the remains of hostages within the Gaza Strip, now with direct assistance from Egypt. An Egyptian team of experts, equipped with heavy machinery, has been deployed to Gaza to aid in the recovery efforts. This expanded search is a crucial part of the U.S.-brokered ceasefire agreement, which stipulates that Hamas will return the remains of all Israeli hostages as quickly as possible. In a reciprocal arrangement, Israel has agreed to return 15 Palestinian bodies for each set of Israeli hostage remains it receives. However, the extensive destruction across the enclave is complicating the search for the remaining 13 hostages. Russia has claimed the successful test of its Burevestnik nuclear-powered cruise missile, a move that has drawn swift international condemnation. President Vladimir Putin hailed the missile, known by NATO as Skyfall, as a unique weapon and announced plans for its deployment. The missile reportedly flew for 15 hours over a distance of 14,000 kilometers. However, the test has raised significant concerns among arms control experts who have dubbed the weapon a flying Chernobyl due to the risks of radioactive contamination from its nuclear propulsion system. U.S. President Donald Trump described the test as not appropriate and urged Moscow to focus on ending the war in Ukraine. Ukrainian drone attacks have once again caused significant disruptions in Russia, forcing the temporary closure of Moscow's Domodedovo and Zhukovsky airports. According to Russian authorities, defense units downed 28 drones between the night of October 26th and the morning of October 27th, leading to the closures for air safety reasons. This incident is the latest in a series of similar attacks that have become increasingly common. Since the beginning of the year, Ukrainian drone raids have prompted at least 217 temporary airport closures across Russia, highlighting the evolving nature of the conflict and its impact on civilian infrastructure. The human cost of the war in Ukraine continues to mount, with recent Russian shelling in the city of Kherson resulting in at least 2 fatalities and numerous injuries. The attack, which struck the Korabelny district, killed 2 women and wounded between 14 and 28 other civilians, including a 16-year-old teenager. The shelling, carried out with multiple launch rocket systems, also caused extensive damage to private homes, apartment buildings, and other infrastructure. In a separate incident on October 26th, another shelling in Kherson's Dniprovskyi district injured a 77-year-old woman. These attacks serve as a grim reminder of the ongoing danger faced by civilians in the conflict zones.